Welcome to Clarity Currents, the secret podcast with me, 𝙗𝙪𝙨𝙨, where I share weekly channeled messages about the energetics of the week and the areas of opportunity so you know how to work with the energy rather than in resistance to it and know how to leverage it for your highest level good in your business, relationships, health, wealth, spirituality, and legacy. This is Clarity Currents episode for the week of April 14th through the 20th, 2025. Let's dive in. When I tune into the overall energetics of this week, I see a vision of a snake shedding its skin. But what's wild is that the skin isn't struggling. It's graceful, natural. It's effortless. This is a release and rebirth week, but in a way that doesn't have to be hard unless you try to fight it. It's a week of integration, embodiment, and allowing closure to naturally arrive in the places where you've outgrown old stories, behaviors, or dynamics, especially around how you act versus how you feel. Energetically, this week holds friction and harmony that are woven together simultaneously. It's kind of like this cosmic chiropractic adjustment aligning you with your next evolution. You can expect moments of emotional triggers, unexpected clarity, full circle moments from late 2023 resurfacing, initiations around your willpower and truth. So ask yourself all week long, where am I being called to operate from intuition over identity? Business for the week of April 14th. When I tune into the energetics of business this week, I see a vision of a brick wall cracking open, which is a reminder that what feels stuck is only surface level. Movement is happening beneath the surface. This is not a week for forcing outcomes. This is a week for releasing outdated offers, systems, or positioning from an old identity, looking honestly at where control or even perfectionism is blocking expansion, and trusting divine timing in next level opportunities. Especially early this week, you may feel the tension between action and waiting. That's perfect. Midweek is going to bring us intuitive clarity around what needs to be shifted, especially regarding your business values and visibility. A reflection you can ask yourself in business for this week is, where am I trying to control my business from fear rather than let it expand through truth? Relationships for the week of April 14th. When I tune into the energetics of relationships this week, I see a vision of a volcano, but not destructive. It's more like this long-awaited emotional eruption that clears the air. This is a potent week for honesty, especially around Tuesday through Thursday. It looks like there's old emotional patterns around feeling unseen, unheard, or undervalued that may come up. But this is an invitation to speak from your heart, set clear boundaries without defensiveness, and allow emotional release to happen and deepen intimacy rather than destroy it. Some relationships will heal this week through truth, and others will dissolve. Both are sacred. Reflection for your relationships this week is, what truth am I being asked to speak in order to be fully seen? Health for the week of April 14th. When I tune into the energetics of health this week, I see a vision of still, reflective water, calling you into rest, recalibration, and honoring the whispers of your body. This is a week for tuning out the noise of the mind and tuning into the body's wisdom. Some themes coming up around health this week is listening to what foods, habits, or environments actually nourish you. Being mindful of nervous system regulation amid heightened emotions, and integrating movement or practices that bring you grounding and flow. I clearly hear your body always tells the truth. Reflection for your health this week is, what does my body need in order to feel safe, steady, and supported today? Wealth for the week of April 14th. When I tune into the energetics of wealth this week, I see a vision of a gold treasure chest buried just underneath the soil. It's right there. But you must dig with clarity and joy, not force. Abundance flows when you lead with presence over pressure. This week, wealth themes are playing with your money. Create rituals around joy with your finances. Clear up old scarcity thoughts around worth and value. And trust that aligned action is more magnetic than hustle. There is a strong invitation this week to prepare your energy and systems to receive the wealth that's already orbiting in your field. So a reflection for wealth this week is, how can I make my wealth building processes more joyful? Spirituality for the week of April 14th. When I tune into the energetics of spirituality this week, I see a huge golden key hovering right above the crown chakra, but it only drops into your field when you're quiet enough to receive. This is a deeply mystical liminal week. Expect powerful dreams and visions, intuitive nudges that bypass logic, and divine guidance activating through stillness, not striving. The veil is thin right now. Spiritual practice that serves you most is going to be your presence. So reflection for spirituality this week is, where am I being asked to surrender logic for divine trust? And legacy for the week of April 14th. When I tune into the energetics of legacy this week, I see a person standing at a fork in the road. One path is paved perfectly but stale, and the other is wild, overgrown, and vibrant. This week asks, are you committed to comfort or committed to your calling? Legacy isn't built in theory. It's built in courageous micro moments of devotion to your truth. Themes around legacy this week is choosing the bold, soulful path over the predictable one. Allowing discomfort to be a sign of growth, not misalignment. And realigning your daily actions with your long-term mission. A reflection for legacy this week is, where am I being asked to choose expansion over ease? There you have it, Hot Soul, your intuitive forecast for the week. Wishing you a week of integration, embodiment, and intuitive power. Until next time.